I've been stood in this position for about 5 or 6 minutes. Just stood still in my head, thinking what to say in this video. And while I was stood there thinking what to say in this video, no video was getting created. I wasn't creating anything. I was just thinking and I was staying still. And in that moment of thinking and staying still, I could feel my state, my energy going down and down and down. And my frustration and stress and just raw building and building and building. But I don't want those emotions. I don't want the stress and the frustration. I don't want those emotions. Not because I'm scared of feeling them. Not because I'm ashamed of feeling those feelings. I just don't want those feelings. I want joy and ease and flow. And when I close my eyes and I see the vision I have for my life in 5, 10, 20, 40 years' time, when I see the perfect vision for my life, there is no anger, frustration, stress there whatsoever. It's all pure joy, pure flow, pure beingness, pure just ease, 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 ease. I don't see any frustration or stress. And then because I was tuned into my desire of my outcome, my ideal life, that desire that I want to feel and experience, it's not about the stuff and the money and the material side and the relationship and the body, and it's nothing about the stuff. It's about the feeling. That's what we're always, always, always chasing. We're only ever always chasing a feeling. You only want what you say you want, whether it's more money, a better car, better job, better house, better relationship, more sex, more health, more energy. You only say you want those things because it's going to get you a certain feeling, because you believe those things are going to give you a certain feeling. And that's what you're ultimately chasing. That's what I'm ultimately chasing, is that feeling. But then I remembered the fact that when you chase something, it runs away from you. So while I'm stood here for 5 minutes thinking, how do I get to that place? How do I get to feeling good? What can I say in a video that's going to make me go, yes, that is right thing to say to them, so that they give me approval, praise, recognition, donate to the channel, like, subscribe, share. It's me getting. We will never feel complete and fulfilled in what we want to feel when we get something. It might move us towards the feeling, and it might I want to say facilitate, but I don't want to say facilitate because it's too much of a loaded word for this. The getting of something might give us a shot of the feeling, but it will never give us the feeling completely, the long-lasting feeling that we're always after. What gives us that feeling? Well, we can make our own rules up as to what gives us that feeling. For me, it's creating and being that way. Just generating that feeling of feeling good, of feeling joy, of feeling excitement, of feeling happy, and feeling peace and ease and flow, and just letting it go. This is what I want more of in my life. Just letting it go. Just more flow. Totally open to receiving, but more flow. That's what life is about. That's what you are about. That's what we are. I was at I went for a walk with the kids today. And one of the walks, it leads around by one of the safari parks that are close to where we live, and you can't get into it obviously, but you can walk right up by the side of it. And we were sat and we got to the rhinoceros enclosure, and you could see the rhinos just grazing in the field and stuff. And I was sat there watching them. I was watching these rhinos, and next thing you know, there was deer in the enclosure next to it, and these rhinos were just really slowly moving, really slow, and then just eating, constantly eating this grass, and then just moving really slow. Whereas the deer, they were a bit scatty for a moment, and then they'd stop and they'd look around, their ears would prick up, and then their eyes would go, and then they might have a little bit of grass, and then they'd up, and then they'd scatty again, and blah, 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 and then they'd move out around again, and then they'd move again, and then they'd stop, and their ears would prick up again, and they'd look around and stuff, and then they'd a bit of grass, and then they'd go again. While the rhinos were just That's my impression of a rhino. And what came through me in that moment is like, oh my God, the rhinos are just being rhinos. That's their nature. Deer are just being deer. That's their nature. If you'd have seen the tigers would be doing the tiger thing, etc., etc. Because that's their nature. And they're happiest doing that. That's just their nature. That's just what they do. If they tried to be anything else, then they would experience like stress, because they just wouldn't be able to do anything else. They never try to do anything else. So they haven't got that part of that brain that makes them try and do something else. They haven't got that part of the brain, like us humans, where we try and be and do something we're not. And that's when the stress comes in for us humans, is when we're trying to be something we're not. That's when the stress was coming in for me. The first 5 minutes that I was stood here, just stood dead still. Before I even press record, I wasn't being true to me and my nature. I was trying to be something I'm not. I was trying to think of what to do rather than just being me. And look, we're at 6 minutes in and it's just constantly flow. While I was stood there thinking, nothing was coming. While I was stood there thinking, nothing was coming. And then I was just like, nope, let's just hit record. Let's just hit record. Because in the thinking, it means I'm trying to get something from you. That's not my intention. My intention isn't to get anything from you. My intention for setting up this YouTube channel, which is where I'm predominantly putting this video, you might see it on other sites, but predominantly my intention for the YouTube is to create and express and share and add value to people's lives and get other people thinking and help other people get what they want. That's my intention with the YouTube thing, is to create, is to deliver, is to give. I'm totally open to receiving. If anything comes back, likes, comments, shares, donations, whatever, totally open to receiving it, completely open. I'd better open both hands. I'm completely open to receiving anything that comes. Even criticism. I'm open to it. In fact, I'm not open to criticism. No, I'm open to criticism. Don't need it. But totally open to any kind of donation, likes, shares, comments. Open to it all. So when I tune into my intention, which is deliver, not to try and get, is to deliver and give, then I just hit record and go, right, let's just start giving. Because that's my nature. My nature, our nature as humans, is to create, is to expand. So if you're ever feeling stressed, chances are it's because you're doing too much consuming and not enough creating. If you're feeling a bit anxious, chances are you're consuming too many thoughts maybe, and you're not taking enough action. Action alleviates anxiety. If you're feeling depressed, again, chances are you're consuming too many thoughts about the past. Anxiety is thoughts about the future. Depression is thoughts about the past. I put a post out on social media quite a while ago that received a lot of heat and hate that literally said, if you want to end depression, stop doing stuff that makes you depressed. If you want to, I think if you want to cure depression, if you want to cure your depression, stop doing things that make you depressed. If you want to cure your anxiety, stop doing things that make you anxious. And everyone's like, oh, mate, you don't understand anxiety. Oh, mate, you don't understand depression. Oh, that's terrible. You shouldn't be saying that, blah, 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 blah. Completely uneducated comments and stuff. Just completely uneducated, inexperienced. I'm not an English teacher. Inexperienced comments. I have experienced depression. I have experienced anxiety. I cure my depression by taking action and stopping thinking about the past, forgiving it and letting it go. I cured my anxiety by stopping thinking about the future and just taking action and being present in this moment. That's the easiest way. In fact, it's probably the only way. There's a few other ways, but that's the best way to cure whether it's anxiety or depression. It's just to take action, let go of the past, let go of the future. It doesn't exist. Maybe set yourself up and set your life up in a way that you give yourself the best chance to have the best possible future. So it doesn't mean that you just don't care about the future and you're just totally living in the now. That can be destructive for some people, depending on their personality types. Especially that was destructive for me. I'd spent too much time living in the now and not making enough, not plans and preparations, but not giving enough, not concern, but thought for the future. Too much living in the present, not enough intention about the future and vision. That's probably the word. I didn't have a vision for the future. I was just all in the now. That caused me problems. So now I'm like, right, have the idea and the intention and the vision for the future, but then live in the now. Operate from here. And that's what's moved me towards that. And then I'll just keep checking off the check boxes as we move forwards and we move forwards and we move forwards. But look at this, 10 minutes in, 15 minutes ago, I was in a state of stress and frustration because I didn't know what I was going to create in this video. And now I'm 10 minutes in. By just hitting record, by just pressing play, by just going, by just taking action, by just doing something. Remembering, oh, that's my intention, is to serve, is to give, not to get anything. Hopefully there's a message somewhere in this video for you. I'm not sure what that message is for you right now. It could be that you're feeling some anxiety. It could be that you're feeling depressed. It could be that you don't really know what to do with your life. Don't really know who you are, what your identity is. And you might have picked up some things along the way in this video. Oh, Matt has a vision for his future. Oh, Matt just takes action. Gotta go. My child's crying. Okay, we're back. Let me just adjust that back again. Today's message, sponsored by my little girl. Universe always provides, okay? I was like, at the start of this video, I told you at 5 minutes, I was like, oh, what am I going to say? I haven't got a message for these people. I haven't got value today. I don't know what to say. Here's the message. Give yourself permission to do life on your terms. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be polished. For 5 minutes, I was trying to think of the right thing to say. The perfect thing to say that would get your love, likes, shares, money, attention, whatever, to get something from you. But then I went, no, let's stop trying to get, let's just deliver. Universe has gone, here you go, go for it, go for it, go for it. The gift came. Maggie hurt herself down, she fell over into the TV cabinet. She's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. But here's the thing. While I was trying to make it perfect, nothing was coming out. So then I was just like, screw it, let's just press play. Let's just press play. And then she hurts herself and I have to stop halfway through, then I have to come back in. And if I'm worrying about what you might think about this, that means I'm trying to get something from you. Rather than just being my raw, authentic. Listen, I'm a dad, business owner, coach, content creator. I'm all of those things. So are plenty of other people. And they're thinking they've got to do it perfectly. But if I show up absolutely perfect, it doesn't really serve anybody. Because they're like, shit, I need to do it perfectly and I can't ever get it right. I can't ever do it perfectly. But if I show up a little bit raw, a little bit unedited, I never edit any of these videos, by the way. I might do in the future, but at the moment, nothing's edited. It's raw, it's unedited, it's unpolished, it's not perfect. It's just me being and doing me. Do you know what makes me happiest? Do you know what makes you happiest? When you're being and doing you. When I'm being and doing me and not worrying about what anyone's thinking of me, that's when I'm happiest. When my kids are the happiest is when they're just doing and being themselves. When somebody says, oh, perform for me, oh, do this for me, and you're trying to do it for them, and you're not being you when you do it, it's not good. I remember I had a job as an estate agent once, and I was being me in my outfit, and I had this like real cool coat, and I used to wear like the collar up on this coat. It was like a it's really hard to explain, but it was like a real tight fitted, not a duffel coat, but like I don't know fashion too much, but it was a nice tight fitted like woolen coat with like a stiff collar, and in the winter it looked real good with the collar up and then the scarf. It did look really, really good like that. And then my boss came over to me at the time, he might even be watching this right now, my boss at the time came over to me and like folded my collar down and went, yes, that's right. You look more the part now. And while that's cool, I looked more the part then, I wasn't being me. I wasn't being authentic. So then when I went to do the house viewing with people, it was awkward and horrible. And I was like, oh, please like me looking like this because I'm not really being... It was cringy. And I think actually what I might have done on the next viewing is actually put my collar up. And then when I went back to the office, I put the collar down. Sorry, not sorry, Rich, if you're watching this. But you got to be you. Denzel Washington says it in his movie, not his movie, but in the movie, I think it's The Equalizer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when is it The Equalizer? I think it is. But when he's talking to the one of the girls in the cafeteria or cafe or whatever it is in America, or the diner, they're talking about the story of like Moby Dick, and I don't know how he comes onto it, but basically his phrase is, "You got to be who you are in this world," and like that's just so true. I think most of our pain comes from us trying to be something we're not. Trying to get something from other people. We're trying to be who we think other people think we should be. We are trying to be someone that we think other people are thinking we should be. That kind of made sense in my head. But when we give ourselves permission to just be ourselves, our raw, authentic us, we push everyone away from us that doesn't like that version of us, and that's cool. And we we magnetize the people who actually do like us for who we really are. And by the way, when you're trying to be this, what my coach says a lot is when you're trying to be someone you're not, you'll usually attract the things that you don't actually want because you're trying to be someone you're not. And you're not being you, so you're going to get the stuff that is not you because it's attracted to who you're being, which isn't you. So if you want to actually attract what you actually do want, you've got to be you first. You've got to be who you are first. Then you'll start attracting everything that's aligned with who you really are. That's the message today. Nothing else for you. If you want to support the channel, paypal.me/Coach Matt Smith. If you want to subscribe. Like the stuff, comment, really appreciate all of your input, all of your contributions, massively appreciate it all. Thank you very much for watching. Speak to you soon.